Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to open up the ACEMAGIC TANK03. Reasons are obviously to change thermal paste on both the CPU as well as the graphic board, but we'll also clean out dust and show you how to upgrade things inside. There are multiple versions of this from ACEMAGIC, ACEMAGICIAN and Chatreey, but the teardown process should be near enough universal. Main differences being specs like CPU and GPU. We're working on the ACEMAGIC TANK03 with RTX 3070 that we featured in our VR Mini PC special. So, let's get cracking. First we can remove the side panel that houses the DDR5 memory. In this computer we have two sticks of Kingston DDR5-4800, and if you wanted to upgrade these, we can remove, then replace them for a compatible pair. First up, this is a DDR5 system, so DDR4 is out of the question. Here we check the spec sheet. Our CPU maxes out at 4800 megatransfers, and you can buy faster memory, but it'll just throw it all down to 4800. Just look at the prices. If faster RAM is on sale, buy it for future-proofing, and if not, don't pay extra for speed you can't use. Now let's move to the side panel on the right. Unlock and then slide open. Now we can pull this off. This area here is mainly for storage, but it also houses the Wi-Fi module. There are two M2 slots here, and to remove or install new NVMe storage, we'll need a small POSI driver. There's a bit cramped for space here, but if you slightly rock while pulling up, you'll have it out in no time. And there we go. Even though the spec sheet says it supports PCIe Gen 4, if you opt for a slightly older Gen 3 drive, you're honestly not missing out much on speed. My advice? Let your wallet do the talking here. Compare prices and go with the cheaper option. Next up, Wi-Fi module. There's a small piece of plastic that needs removing, as well as the Wi-Fi antennae. They're quite annoying to take off, and if you do this, remember that the cable is thin and rather fragile. And now to remove the module. Same as the NVMe, just twiddle it. Go on, there we go. We've already upgraded this to Wi-Fi 7, which is an easy swap. As we have an Intel CPU, we use the Intel BE200, which gives us flawless Wi-Fi 7. But if this was an AMD Ryzen chip, we'd swap it out for the MediaTek 7925 to avoid any compatibility headaches. If you want to help out the channel, affiliate links are down below. And it's a huge thank you to everyone who's supporting us on Patreon. If you enjoy the content and want to help us out making these videos for less than the price of a cup of coffee, we'd love to have you on board. Anyway, let's open this up. Thing is, if we look around, there are actually no screws or anything to be found. That is unless you use a small flathead screwdriver to remove these things. There's one on each corner. We just need to be careful we don't scratch the case. And once we see the screws, we can remove them. And then we can pop its top off. Yeah. Need to be a bit careful with the Wi-Fi antennae here, but if you do break them, easy replacements are available on AliExpress. Next thing we'll need is a 5mm hex bit. There are basically 4 standoffs, one in each corner, that we need to remove. And with them out of the way, we can pull this up. And now to start with the side panels. Need to be careful though, as some cables may be still attached, like this one, which is connected to a board on the front panel. Now to continue removing these standoffs. Take note that the one on the rear right is slightly shorter. One POSI screw holds this board in place, and we can leave this to dangle. Remove the ribbon connector that is connected to the front plate. It comes straight off, provided we disconnect these cables. After this small standoff is removed, we can start with the POSI screws that hold in the large heatsink. Disconnect the fan, and it pops straight out. While this looks like a heatsink and fan which cools down the whole machine, on the bottom here is the GeForce RTX 37 graphics. We'll get in here to change the thermal paste later on. We'll now remove 4 more standoffs. And once these are out, we can separate the board from the case. Yes! Lovely jubbly. The bottom part of the board here houses the Intel CPU. And we can see that the fan has picked up a bit of dust during regular use. To remove this heatsink fan, there are 3 more POSI screws. A bit of tape that aids in cooling, and this can be just pulled off with your fingers. Using a hairdryer to heat it up may make it easier. One more over here. Once the tape is off, we can remove the fan, take it outside and give it a clean with the air duster. But we still need to get to the CPU, which is under this heatsink. There are 4 more screws, small posi type. Before removing the heatsink, we need to pay attention to the parts underneath. There'll be components as well as this thermal pad, so you should maybe give it a slight wiggle as you pull up. There we go. Now to give everything a bit of a clean. Just going to use some alcohol wipes to get rid of all the thermal paste. And after it's all clean and dry, a new application of MX7. Yeah, so there we go. Looks like new. Kinda. Now that the CPU is at a repaste, we're going to get to the GPU. Unfortunately, these screws are a bit more tricky to get to, but it's still doable. We can first start with these screws for the fan, and a couple more holding a steel mount. We can now remove the mount, as well as the fan, but to be honest we can leave the tape on, as all we need to do now is to remove these 2 screws here. Another 2 screws holding the heatsink, and then full access. So once we're in here, we can replace the thermal pads or thermal grease if or when it's needed. To be fair though, I've not had any issues from stock, but if you wanted to upgrade these to a specialist manufacturer, it wouldn't hurt. Again, we're going to clean off thermal paste using butt wipes, but for the more difficult places to get into, use a Q-tip. No need to be precise here, but if you do want to go all out, you could dab the cotton bud in some IPA. And now some new thermal grease. Using a bit of MX7 here. And now to put it back together. Oh, and before we forget, here's the GPU fan. Let's go. Poppins! If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like. This has been Emu Chicken of Team Pandori, and I'll catch you on the next video. Ta-ra!